Good evening and welcome to WMB1 Radio. It's straight to the point sports streaming live from our downtown studios in New Bedford, Massachusetts. And I'm here with, of course, my regular Steve Lopes and Derek Consatio.
What up? What up?
What's going on? Yeah, we're at the time of the year where it's kind of a struggle to get a whole hell of a lot of sports, but that'll be changing in another month. But for the meantime, we got baseball going on. We have UFC, and of course, the World Cup Finals. So we'll be talking about that, as well as talking about the Boston Red Sox, who all of a sudden had a resurgence pre All Star. They ended with what? 10 out of 11?
9 straight, right?
10 out of 11.
They-
I think it was 10 out of 11. They did.
They swept three
The
road
last
series.
three series
Yeah.
they swept.
Yeah, they won 9 in a row. They were 10 out of 11. And all of a sudden, things changed up just that quick. I know that they were 1 or 2 games out of the wild card, maybe.
Yeah.
No, actually,
You're the 8th team in the American League
point-
and 6
I-
qualified.
half a game out.
Half a game. Yeah, I knew it was something like that.
And they're doing it with a lot of major people hurt. 3 pitchers,
Yep.
Crochet, Suarez, and Connor Early out.
Well, Early's back.
Well, he hasn't pitched since before the All-Star break. He was out. I think he was only on the 10-day disabled list. He was only missed. But Suarez is going to be out for a little while longer. He pulled a hamstring.
Yeah.
But then on offense, no Roman Anthony, no Trevor Story, and we still haven't seen old friend Kristen Castles all year.
Uh-huh.
So they're getting it done. Just it took a while to gel.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. Also, we just had the All-Star game, which is one of the sports that actually the All-Star game is worth something.
That means
to play.
Yeah, the home field advantage. right?
Because the winner of the whatever league wins, they hold the home field for the World Series. So that means a lot.
And the
You
crazy
know?
part about it is, like I heard, in the last 13 years, the American League won it 11 times.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But the American League hasn't been that fortunate in flipping it over for championships.
Well,
yeah,
because the
that's 'cause
Dodgers been in the
you know what I
way.
mean?
yes, yeah, the Dodgers. Hey, listen,
I don't even know why we call them the Dodgers. We just called them the All-Star team.
yeah. Well, the Dodgers are like the Michael Jordan of
Yeah.
the '90s.
Yeah, pretty much.
They keep a lot of people from winning. So yeah, we've got that. We need to talk about UFC 329.
Just the undercard.
Oh,
Yeah, the undercard was unbelievably entertaining. I was all worked up and then let down.
Man, I don't know what's going on and why people are still believers in Conor McGregor. The guy is a farce.
He's a hype train.
He is nothing more than a money. His best performances are in his pressers.
Press conference and coming to the ring.
Those he
just
didn't
walk.
even look that good coming into the
Yeah, I
ring.
know.
There's questions about him being hurt prior too. He gives a great presser. Other than that, when he gets in the ring, he's horrible. We'll talk about that. And of course, once again, we need to talk about the World Cup. We now know who our final 2 are.
I'm disappointed.
32 all the way down to 2.
And the crazy part about it is the 2 teams that are in the finals, Cape Verde gave a battle to.
Yep.
Yes, they
Yeah.
did. It's one of those things where you look back and you say, "What if?" Right? What if? But I could tell you what, Spain is like. I put it on the post, man. They got to stop playing with the world's emotions because every team gets up. It's like, we're going to win. Then you lose.
That's Argentina.
Excuse me,
Argentina, like-
Argentina. Excuse me, Argentina. Yeah, you're looking at it, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, we're up 2-0, we're up 1-0, and there's only 7. Oh shoot, we're down.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about let's talk about the UFC first. All right. It was built up as Holloway and McGregor. It turned out to be a laugher.
Well,
Once again, McGregor succumbs to injury for the second time. Um, and now there's a lot of speculation that he may have been hurt beforehand, because we all watched, him coming in and then going to take off
Last week's UFC
his
fight
shoes,
results.
and then all of a sudden, him stumbling, looking like his knee wasn't doing well, and then for him to come out in the way that he did with the kick. You look back on it now and you're like, well, yeah, that's a perfect way to like, if you are injured, to come out and do that, and then it may seem like, yeah, he got hurt.
yeah.
I mean, Holloway, what's the chances of him coming out and effectively landing a kick against Holloway?
No.
And that was the first thing he tried.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not the Cowboy Cerrone where he's gonna come out and I'm surprised.
Yeah.
No. These guys, they're seasoned professionals, and they know he just slipped that kick like yeah, all right, try another one. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even watch the fight, and as luck would have it, just before I was getting ready to retire, I said, let me check in. And then I see that, the fight lasted a whole.
The highlights were the fight.
40, like 43 seconds.
Yeah, 49 seconds, something, whatever it was. I don't care. I'm like, you know what? It didn't disappoint me because I had a funny feeling. Had he not even done that to his leg, I still feel.
I don't think he's going to win.
Because he's the one trick pony that got figured out, just like Ronda Rousey. Listen, if you can withstand that first round, then you got a great chance against him. Take him to the ground, hurt him, and he never really recovers.
Yeah.
Never really recovers. If you look at any of the fights in which he's lost, he's come out and he's tried to do crazy. I think the only fight that he may have recovered was what's the brother there? What's his name? The two white dudes, the brothers.
Nick.
Nate Diaz.
Nick and
Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz.
He looks like JJ Wedge.
Yeah. I think that's the only one where he actually, where he was getting, the business, and he came back, but still managed to lose the first one. Anyway, the second one was he dominated. But other than that, I mean, in the fights that he's lost, he tries to come out, throw the haymakers, and and he puts everything into those punches. And he's usually gassed by the second round.
Yeah.
And then guys they start tagging him up, take him to the ground, then it's a wrap with him,
So do you guys think that it was more of him going downhill, or do you think this fight there was some chicanery behind it? Because I can see things from both angles on that. Like,
well,
he didn't even look like he was in shape to me.
Well, I made no bones about it. I believe his career has been washed up, for some time now. He's just holding on, and like one of those guys that are like, oh, you're gonna pay me, then I'll show up.
Yep. Yeah. And they know people are going to tune in to see it. It's like a Caitlin Clark in WNBA. Like, they got a fan base. People are going to tune in just because the person they support is there.
Yeah, I think he's been washed up long ago. Listen, shame on you if you're gonna keep, that's like me saying, oh, after seeing Mike Tyson lose 2 out of his last 3 fights, you know what? I'm a firm believer that he's on the decline, and there's no changing it. It is what it is. Father Time is undefeated, and I think his fighting style, obviously guys, when they figure you out, you have to do things, and you have to change things. He never changed it up. He was just a puncher, a striker. I'm going to strike you. How many times did you see him choke guys out? It was just a 1-punch knockout, and that's it. He depended on his hands, and and that's it.
But not for nothing, like when he was in his prime, that's what people like to see.
Yeah, listen, when you go to boxing, right? You want to everybody's down to see the knockout.
That's why Mike Tyson had such a following, like a cult following.
Everybody's down to see the knockout. But when the knockout doesn't happen, then it changes things.
And ever since Floyd hurt his hands, or he became a boxer, not a
and
puncher,
people didn't respect
people
him.
didn't like it. But
He found a new way to
the
win.
name of the game is boxing. It's not the name of the game is not let me go knock you out.
Not caveman style.
If you happen to get knocked out, it's a plus for you. But the name of the game is boxing.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if you can't knock somebody out, you're gonna get scored on with points.
Exactly.
And that's it. It is what it is. But yeah, I get disgusted talking about it because like I said, I've seen him. He's been on the decline for a long time now, and people just like keep throwing the paddles out there trying to resuscitate his career, and it's like, save him, hit him, and it's like, no, he is not coming back. He is not going to do anything different. He is the same fighter that he was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He is the same fighter.
He was washed up at the time of his last injury.
Yeah.
But because he's a gravy train, and Dana White's a businessman,
he's not stupid.
He had a 5-fight contract. He's fulfilled 4 of them. So Dana White's like, I don't care what the result is. By the time people realize he's not who he used to be, they're still going to tune in because they're curious. Dana White wants him on the card to sell tickets, and that's what he did. But the rest of that card was so much better, and that just soured it. That just left everybody with a bad taste in their mouth.
Definitely.
So to give some history, in the last 10 years, all right, going back to his loss to Nate Diaz, which I just talked about, he is 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 and 6 in the last 10 years.
And one of those wins was against.
And has anybody else had that type of record and still been a feature?
Listen to the guys who he beat. He had the rematch with Nate Diaz. He won. All right. A decision. Didn't knock him out. It was a decision. Then he beat Eddie Alvarez, a TKO. All right. Then he lost. He got choked out by Khabib. Then he took 2 years off, came back, and beat Donald Cerrone.
Cowboy Cerrone,
yep. That was the come out jump and then he's since then he's lost twice to Poirier and once to Max Holloway. It's just, I mean, I don't see why people just keep giving him a pass to come out and fight.
Well, we already know why. But,
well, yeah, I know why, but I'm not watching him anymore. I think he's garbage. I think he's trash. But like I said, people are going to continue to come out and hope and pray for that one punch, that one pony knockout punch. And it's not happening.
I think what became painfully obvious, he's not a headliner. And because of his draw, his marketing ability, Patty Pimblett should have been the headliner on that last card. But they made Conor McGregor because he sells the tickets. He's the face. We should never see Conor McGregor as a headliner. If Dana White wants him to fulfill his contract and fight that last fight or whatever, he's got to be on the undercard.
But he might have that clause in his contract. If he's on the card, he probably has to be the headliner.
Maybe because when he signed it 5 fights ago, well, damn, when Brian just read off his fights, he wasn't really hot in his last 5 fights anyway. So I don't even know why he got a 5-fight deal besides selling tickets.
So we're going back to 2016 to 2026. He is not good. It's not good. Who in the UFC that you can get and put him on on a main card with a 3-5 record? Who?
The only other person I can think of, and her record's probably not, would be Ronda Rousey, and her record's not that bad, I don't think.
No, she had 2 major losses.
Yeah, she got pummeled in those 2 fights.
Yeah,
it was
Holly Holm.
Listen, it was so bad to the point
Amanda
where
Nunes.
She almost took her own life. I hate to joke because I mean it's serious, but I mean it was debilitating. Mm-hmm. It was to the point where like I don't know if I ever want to see her fight again.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't just like, oh, she's losing. No, she got pummeled.
But the 2 people that she got pummeled by are strikers.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah.
So she never got into her wrestling or her armbar. The
Same
only
thing.
way she finishes
Yes.
people is the armbar.
Same thing. Listen, they figured, don't let her take her down, strike. Just play the strike game with her.
Stay
If
away
you
from
can
her.
stay away from her, play the strike game, bring her into uncharted waters.
That's right.
Sure
that's
enough.
She's what,
And-
jiu-jitsu, right?
Yep. And the other reason we'll still see people like Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor, other fighters have had their best paydays matched up against them too,
Yeah, of course.
because of the draw. So other fighters are going to call out them two, not because they're worthy fighters, but because they'll get the best payday. So now it makes it look like the public wants to see it or
Klingons.
the fighters want to see it. No, the fighters just want a payday.
Yeah, it's just Klingons. That's all it is. It's like, but you know what? If McGregor was smart, he doesn't have a future in boxing. He doesn't. I want to say that his marketability in UFC's over now. Go to wrestling. Go to listen. It's literally right.
That's what Rousey did.
Yeah, and made a lot of money. So you ever watch the interview with her?
Scripted.
You ever watch the interview with her? She said, "I make a whole hell of a lot more money in wrestling," and she said, "I do. It's not
gimmicky.
It's not really taxing on my body.
Yeah.
No.
She knows the results.
You know.
She knows she's not going to be hurt.
Yeah.
As long as she don't take a bad fall.
Yeah, and she said, yeah, it's I mean, just look at some of the people that have made the transition. Oh, you know what? Go do wrestling and then go into acting. I mean, he had that one movie.
Ronda Rousey was in Roadhouse too, right?
She was in Fast and the Furious.
No, Thing was in
Oh,
Roadhouse.
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor was in Roadhouse.
But Ronda
She
Rousey
was-
did a movie.
Fast and
He
Furious.
actually,
Yeah.
Fast and Furious. In the Roadhouse, he actually played a good part.
Yeah.
He actually played a good part. That's another thing you can get into. I mean, but you think about it. I mean, he made a mitt when he fought Mayweather.
Yeah,
I mean-
made over 100 million.
Yeah. So I mean, and plus his vodka is doing good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Still?
Yeah. I mean,
But it's not vodka. It's
wait.
It was
Whiskey.
whiskey, yeah.
Whiskey. I'm sorry, whiskey. But yeah.
Proper 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't heard it since I used to work part-time in the liquor store when it first came out.
So I would think that, you know what? Listen,
Irish
you really don't need the UFC. You can
The
once
UFC
again-
needs him.
once again, you can capitalize off of your name, likeness, and image. Bring it to listen. He has the perfect demeanor to go into wrestling. He yells. He's either you like him or you hate him. There's no in between. You don't just say, I kind of like Conor McGregor. No, it's I like him or I hate him.
Yeah, he plays a good
So
villain.
you could be a good guy or you could be a bad guy, or you can play in between, whatever. His marketability is still up there. You can go out and do a lot of stuff, but just please stay away from.
You know what's funny is I see another person in the UFC, but he's calling better shots. That he's only doing it as he sees fit, and it's the same game plan because he's a draw. Is John Bones Jones, but he still can fight. You don't see him fight with no consistency. You don't see Dana White bullying him around.
No.
He knows he's the draw, and he demands a certain paycheck, or he sits out. But when he comes back, he's still winning.
Yeah, he's not losing.
All these,
He's not losing.
he stays ready. But Conor McGregor, that's not the situation. It's just
He's the
his fan base is
I've only-
crazy. John Bones Jones is the best fighter I've
Okay,
seen,
let's go. I've only seen him have one question.
and he hasn't been consistent.
I've only seen him one questionable fight. That was to.
The light skinned dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, he's dominated everybody.
Yep.
Dominated everybody.
People we thought would give him Daniel Cormier. I thought Daniel Cormier beat everybody except he couldn't figure out.
He had Cormier crying.
Mhm. They hated each other.
Yeah, they still do.
But Cormier moved up in weight to fight him. Because remember, he was that light heavyweight because he didn't want to fight against his other boy that Jones beat, the one that got Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
They were boys.
Yeah. Like you said, I could see if there's a difference in you taking time off, then you coming back and you performing. But when you take
He's
three,
like,
4,
he didn't
5
fight for
years
5
off.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you come back and you're like,
In the headline.
then you're done in less than a minute.
What was the longest Jones was out? 2 years?
3. I think
Three? Because I know when he went through his issues with
Cocaine.
drunk driving, the cocaine, like
Yeah.
they said everything about him. But when he came back, he still was
He came back-
producing.
he came back and fought Cormier.
Yeah, but he can't. No warm up fights.
No,
comes back
right-
after a
right-
long
right-
layoff
right-
and
right-
still looks like the best fighter in the world. Conor McGregor, on the other hand, was already slipping, and they just won't let him die. They just, but other people lose 1 or 2 fights in a row, and their contracts rescinded. Who's the big heavyweight? Francis Ngannou. He should be fighting in the UFC.
He got kicked out.
Yeah, he went over to fight on the other league, but he should be in the UFC, and they should be setting up a fight with him and John Bones Jones. But there's other big, but Dana White will not. He's not a bigger draw. He doesn't have the charisma of a John Bones Jones or a Conor McGregor. So those guys can call their shots.
And he already called them out for money.
Yeah.
And he already.
Yep. But rightfully so. The UFC. I like watching UFC fights better than boxing sometimes, because I feel like the greatest boxers avoid each other, or their camps keep them away. The thing I like about the UFC, Dana White, is just judge and jury. Yo, you're fighting him, or I'm stripping the title. There's no. You always see 1 versus 2.
But in the UFC, there's only 1 belt.
Yes, and I like that too. I wish boxing would do that.
I like that.
So there's a good and there's a bad. The good is, yes, you fight who I say. The bad is these fighters aren't getting paid the way they're supposed to be.
But Dana White and partners, they're making crazy money, and they're never getting in the ring. Okay, you've made your money, and your health is not at risk. You're not away from your family as like these guys are training. Invest in your product. You're already set for generations. You have generational wealth. Stop. When are you going to stop paying you? But that's capitalism at its best, man. It's like he's in control. He's got a product that everybody wants to see, but it's like slave labor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's no union.
No.
No. Yeah, and
that's the negative part of it, the business side. So I side with the fighters, but I hope they come to some type of agreement, because there's plenty of good fighters that are still on the hinge of not coming back, or they lose 1 or 2 fights, and because of their salary demands, White cuts them.
I like the UFC, but I'm still a boxing fan.
I like watching boxing when I know great fighters are fighting each other. I hate like what happened with Pacquiao and Mayweather.
Yeah.
And I hate waiting 5 years for a fight that should have happened 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
And because there's so many titles, I just look what Shakur just did. A big FU to all because they wanted to tax him for the belts like Crawford. So he went and signed with Zuffa. Yeah. Hey, I'm still the champion. People are gonna have to come to me. And Dana White is, oh man, boxing's hating the fact that Dana White is controlling. Yep.
Yeah, it's just
might set a precedent, because Nigel Benn's already over there.
It just goes to show you with
Conor Benn,
what can be done, right?
Which one's the son?
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that can be accomplished in any sport. I mean, you can make the transition, right? Is he being backed by the Arab guy?
Who?
Out of that group?
No, the Zuffa is not.
No.
That's
okay.
not the Arab.
But I mean, it's just I don't know. I just get it's a bad taste in my mouth anytime they talk about McGregor, because once again he's proved that he's not worthy of literally being in in the ring right now against top-notch competition, let alone being a headliner. It just the math doesn't math.
How old
just look at his 10. Just look at his last 10 fights. Look at his last 10 fights, and it doesn't.
He's 38 years old too.
Yeah. Listen, UFC is a young man's. It's a young man's a game. Unless, I mean, you look at John Bones. How old is he now? 36.
But he's different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's an anomaly. But yeah, I mean, you got these young.
He's 38 as well.
Oh, he's 38.
Yeah.
You got these young and up and coming guys, man, and they're a lot of these guys, they specifically train and they look for things, your best qualities, and they take it out. But it is what it is. Now, you said the undercard. Like I said, I didn't get to see UFC 329. You said the undercard was Patty.
Let me start from the beginning. The first fight on the main card was an old veteran named Bobby King Green. They call him King Green. His name's Bobby Green, 38 years old. He was fighting Terrence McKinney. They were both sparring partners before.
Oh, yes.
So Terrence McKinney, was beating the hell out of him. I thought it was going to end. And then with a minute to go, Green started mounting a comeback, he got up because dude was killing him on the canvas.
Yeah, he got tired.
He got up, and yeah, dude punched himself out. And Green, his eye swollen, bleeding all over the place, knocked him out. He stopped him with 2 seconds left in the first round.
Yep.
I was like, how do you not hold on for that? He got pummeled, but the dude was gassed.
I think the ref called it a little early, but it might have.
Well, he was pummeling him for like the last 20 seconds. So it was like, oh, I don't want to be responsible for any permanent damage.
That was a good fight.
That was a good fight. But then the next fight, they went up to the flyweight. The dude, Brandon Royval, who's fought for the championship against a lot of people in that division, fought this up-and-coming dude, Lonier Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is a brawler.
Kavanaugh.
That fight was going back and forth.
Kavanaugh he's gonna be.
That was his first taste of the big leagues, but that dude comes to fight.
The only reason why he got in there is because he won one of those tournaments.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kid.
But that fight, I thought somebody different was going to win every round. And then he made a mistake, and the experience from Royval, he was able to rear naked choke him. But that was a great fight. So two great fights to start off the card. And then from there, they went up to I thought, well, Corey Sanderhagen was fighting Mario Batista. I didn't know too much about Mario Batista, and I thought Corey Sanderhagen would have put up a better fight, but he lost by unanimous decision, but it was competitive. And then you got to the co-main event with Paddy Pimblett and Benoit Saint Denis. Saint Denis only has one loss. Well, he did. And he was coming off an impressive win. Paddy called him out because who's the only guy Paddy lost to? And it was a war. Didn't get knocked out.
I don't remember.
Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
So him and Justin Gaethje had each other knocked out, throughout that fight, right? Gaethje won by decision because he won the last round, but that was a fight. So now he's the only guy that didn't get knocked out by Gaethje. He went 5 rounds with him and was very competitive because then Gaethje came back and knocked out. Who was the other big name he just knocked out? Not Max Holloway, the other veteran. I can see him, the Brazilian dude there. I forgot his name, but I was trying to think of his name, but he's real good. But then, but Gaethje's one, he beat Pimblett, and then he beat somebody else, and he resurrected his career with those last 2 fights. And now, with Pimblett beating this guy, Saint Denis, he jumps back up into the title shot contention.
I can't even say this dude. He fought on June 14th. It was at the Freedom, the Washington D.C. Gaethje. It was Leo Topuria.
Ilia Topuria.
Yeah.
That dude was undefeated. That's who else
he fought.
He's from Spain, right? That dude was undefeated and considered one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world. But he tried to get in there and fight. He wanted to be the tough guy. He tried to slug it out with Gaethje. And Gaethje punished him. I mean, Topuria had his moments, but Gaethje dominated the majority of that fight. That was a guy who nobody thought could get beaten.
Yeah.
So Gaethje beat Pimblett, and then he beat Ilia Topuria. Topuria was being called out by Paddy Pimblett. But now that he's the most recent loss, and Pimblett just beat the number 3 dude, and Topuria is out for a while. He broke both orbital bones in that fight. So the next fight for Gaethje should be against Paddy Pimblett in a rematch because he deserved it. I beat the number 3, and then the number 2 lost, and he can't fight for a year or so.
He gave Gaethje a battle.
Yeah, and then let Ilia Topuria fight the winner of that fight because Gaethje, I think, is up there in age too.
Why should Topuria get a fight?
Because he's never lost. There was a competitive fight. There's nobody else in that division that can beat him. So
I think Topuria should fight the kid that Gaethje. I mean, that Paddy just beat.
I think he already beat him, Saint Denis. I'm not sure, but I know Topuria has manhandled everybody he's fought in that division. There was talk about him moving up because he had cleaned out the division. And I was surprised that Gaethje. Well, I was more surprised Topuria tried to fight Gaethje's fight. It's like he wanted to show him, I can slug too. I'm not just a ground. He didn't even try to take Gaethje down. Tried to slug with him, and Gaethje outslugged him. I thought the fight was going to be stopped before he did, but his corner threw in the fight. I was like, he can't even see. Both eyes were closed. So that'll be interesting to see what happens in that division.
Topuria beat his last 3 fights was obviously Gaethje, and then he beat Charles Oliveira. And,
Charles Oliveira is the one that lost to Gaethje too.
and Max Holloway
Yeah.
was his last.
But when he fought them guys 2 years ago were still in their prime. They're a little older now, but he walked through them dudes, man. None of them fights were competitive.
Charles Oliveira, he knocked out in the first round.
Yep.
And Holloway, he knocked out in the third round.
Yeah. Because that dude's one of the best punches, but that's what Gaethje's known for.
Yeah.
And you tried to fight his fight. That would be like somebody like Conor McGregor saying, I'm going to try to take somebody to the ground. Wait a minute, you're best standing up. What are you doing fighting? Just because your machoism is coming to the forefront? I think if they fight, he learns and says, I'm not fighting that type of fight next time. I'm fighting what made me popular. And I think he's the better fighter. He just fought the wrong fight.
Yeah.
But that'll lead to Topuria fighting Pimblett.
Styles make fights.
Yep. That's the next big fight. I think those two are the best two fighters in that weight class. And I'd love to see that happen. But Pimblett showed me a lot. I thought because you've seen his interviews.
Yeah.
He's another Conor McGregor. They're both from the same neck of the woods, and he's always talking crap. So I feel like the UFC is trying to build him to take over as the next great hype man where Conor McGregor left off. But all those were great. Yeah. I was hyped after each one of those fights. Now we're to the main event. I sit down. I was happy I stayed awake. And boom, 49 seconds later.
Your boy Derek Demers, he was telling me how he put money on
Conor McGregor.
I was like, Derek, during the early fight, I said, Derek, do me a favor. Take the money you put on Conor McGregor. Cancel that bet. Give me half that money so that you only lose half. And we'll be good. He's like, nah, Conor's going to win. Derek goes to the bar to get a drink. I sent him a text. Don't come back. He's like, why? I said, the fight's over. He's like, yeah, lying. Fight was over, bro.
My man, he was drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I told him, don't do it.
Are there any up-and-coming UFC fights that are worth watching? Up-and-coming?
Let me see some.
I remember what they
I don't know if there's something coming up in July in 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's another fight, but I don't
let me see.
On the card.
Next big UFC card. Yeah, I can't say the name. Islam Makhachev is defending his welterweight title against Ian Machado Gary, who only lost one fight. And now he's won his last two. So those are the two best in that. But also on that fight card, Dracus du Plessis is fighting Kamaru Usman, who lost 3 in a row, but then he won his last 1 or 2. And if he wins this fight, because du Plessis is a former champion, he lost his belt last fight. That's the kid from South Africa, du Plessis, right? Yeah. So them two are coming up. And they also got
Isn't there one of the Russians they're supposed to be fighting coming up?
Oh yeah, but that's the next week. Ankalev versus Gustaf. Yeah. But on the same card on June 18th is du Plessis versus Kamaru Usman and Makhachev versus Ian Machado Gary. People who might not be familiar with those weight divisions, those are 2 great fights. Those are really going to be 2 entertaining fights that you could all 4 of those fighters come ready to fight. The first guy, the Makhachev guy, he's going to try to wrestle you to death. Yeah. And people say, oh, that's boring. But like we talked about with Mayweather, the idea is to win. Yeah. Talk about me all you want. If I keep winning, I keep getting paid. And until you can prove you can beat that style, that's what I was getting at with Ilia Topuria. Yeah. He drank the Kool-Aid and wanted to say, I can beat you at any style. His ego got the best of him. And he got 2 broken orbital bones to show for it. And a loss.
I would have loved to have seen Khabib continue to fight.
Yeah.
He was a beast.
I would have.
He promised his mom.
I would have loved to see him continue to fight.
Especially the dude. Well, he trains the dude that wrestles. Dude.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No, but I just think that we saw somebody.
He was still in his prime.
Yes, that just leave.
And dominate.
Yeah,
he was the best wrestler I've ever seen. Better than BJ Penn. Better than.
He just dominated.
Yeah, who was the other big dude that beat BJ Penn? He's from Montreal. he came out of retirement and beat somebody. Oh my God, it's driving me crazy. I can see his face. All-time great UFC fighter from Canada.
Yeah, it would be
George St. Pierre.
St. Pierre. Yeah.
St. Pierre was great on the ground.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the Khabib. They were talking about trying to get each other to fight each other. I think Khabib would have wiped the floor with him.
The thing with Khabib, right? His stand-up game was good too.
Yeah.
But when he got you on the ground,
it was all done. As soon as he got you down, the way he would pin you, he used to have people's iron cross like this and just beat the hell out of him.
Punching him. His last fight.
He was one of those guys that at least one fight, at least one time he would have a guy almost in the crucifix. You know how hard that is to do to get something.
Yep, stretch him out.
Yeah,
stretch him out. He used every part of his body. His hip was holding you. His ankles holding him.
Arm to underhook you, and then you use the two legs to trap the other hand.
And the dude can't.
And he can't move.
He can't punch, and he can't defend himself. You're just like, ow.
He's just punching the shit out of him.
And people said that was boring, but to me, that was genius. Because if that was so simple to do, why can't nobody else do it?
And the rest, I can't remember who he fought his last fight, but he had to do like that. The dude ended up surviving the round. The next round, he got him like that again. I'm like, yo, how do you fall for that twice?
You don't fall.
Khabib's last two fights.
It's premeditated.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
He knows that he could do it. He's going to do it again.
His last two fights was against Dustin Poirier.
It might have been him. That he was doing that.
Yeah, that's the fight that he had him down for
and Justin Gaethje.
The four rounds.
He submitted all them dudes. He submitted Justin Gaethje. He submitted Poirier. He submitted Conor McGregor. That's three big names because in 2018, Conor McGregor.
I want to say it was Poirier that he had like that. And then he got him like that.
And Poirier had just beaten McGregor, and we knew he was legit. Poirier and Chandler were going at it. They had a little. He dominated Poirier. Like it wasn't even like. Once you know how to shoot and you can get somebody down, it doesn't matter how great of a fighter. You can't fight. You can't knock somebody out off your back.
No.
You know, you can't throw punches with leverage.
All right, let's switch speeds. Let's go over to the World Cup. So as you know,
I'm disappointed.
Why?
I wanted France to win.
As we know,
I thought they were the best team.
Argentina came back from the depths of defeat to take out England.
They came back from the depths of defeat to take out Egypt too.
Yes, that was even worse.
Yeah,
that one was even worse.
And they struggled against us.
They should have lost against us.
Yeah.
But you know, should have, could have. They are there.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Spain took care of Steve Steen.
There's just so much talent. Their first, second, and third strings. They said even if you got rid of France's first team starters, their subs are that good. Just they can't crack the lineup.
They have the best team on. Even the guy from Spain. England, France has the best team on paper throughout the whole World Cup. Yep. But they just couldn't put it together.
But I think two things came to the forefront. Just like in basketball or any other sport, when you got other guys they got one dominant player that's recognized as one of, if not the greatest player in the world. Sometimes the other people take a back seat. They just take that Robin role. But if Mbappe wasn't there, the other guys would be forced to step up, and we would see they could do it. But Mbappe and them are still young.
Mbappe wasn't there. I didn't think.
No, but he was on the field, but they were double teaming him.
He had which that should make it easier for everybody else.
Well,
he had 0 shots on goal.
Yep.
He had 0 shots taken.
I think they made an effort to say somebody else is going to beat me, but they didn't. If they would have taken, they can't take him out of the game. But if they would have taken him out of the game, they wouldn't have double teamed his replacement, and that might. But that's a tip to what we saw when Cape Verde played Spain too. Spain's defense is way better than we could have ever anticipated. We're the only team that got a tie. They beat everybody else. Yeah. They didn't give up no goals.
0.
How do you go through a world? I know they gave up 1 goal, a late goal against somebody. I don't think it mattered, but they had the best defense in the last 3 or 4 World Cups. You can't score against them. I equate it to, remember when Ray Lewis was playing for Baltimore?
Yeah.
They had Trent Dilfer at quarterback. They had a horrible offense. But they used to win 17-13,
That's the same.
10-0. You couldn't score on their defense.
That's pretty much you say that against the Bucks. The year the Bucks won it with Johnson, Brad Johnson.
Oh, same thing. Yep. Another great defense on Tampa Bay, right? So that was the soccer version of it. Spain keeps the ball away from you so you don't get into an offensive rhythm. Now, there was no, we always said that we didn't have a main dominant guy like an Mbappe on France.
Yeah.
France had 4 different dudes that could score. But you can't score if you don't have the ball. Spain effectively kept the ball. And that penalty that they called, I thought that was the momentum. France never had to play from behind like that too often. They got behind right away, and then Spain was able to go back and play their defense and double team Mbappe. And then they got that goal in the second. I was like, that's it. Because the way France had no shot, they had no shots on goal. I think they got their first shot on goal halfway through the second half. And Mbappe didn't have none of them.
None of them.
But the dude didn't even have to make no saves. The ball never got played in their end. We saw that every game Spain played. So great defense in any sport seems to be
Defense wins championships.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what sport it was, but hats off to Spain.
They didn't win it yet.
No, but
They still
they beat the favorite.
They still got to face the best player in the world.
Harry Kane from England?
Nope.
Oh, the other guy from England that got the same amount of goals.
Nope.
The brother from England. Come on, what's his name? What's the brother's name from England?
Nope.
The
The guy's
guy?
name is Messi.
So I was looking at I'm like, I'm kind of curious as to what the prices were for the
World Cup
finals.
finals. Ooh, they gotta be
Average
crazy.
price,
Where they have
average price $11,000.
Average.
Average.
So that's in the middle. You don't know what the front rows, the first 5 rows
where
were.
are they?
making it the most expensive sporting event in
Where-
U.S. history.
where are they having it?
Even more than the Super Bowl.
Where they having it?
Cheap.
Kansas City?
Cheapest available is $5,000 to $7,500. All right. Lower level premium seats can exceed $20,000, with the VIP packages reaching over $50,000.
That's for the big wig guys, man.
Yeah. It's a lot of money. Listen, if you want to go to the finals, you better pony up.
But they had no problem selling it out. At those, you think that's ridiculous, but
Well, this just goes to show you how world renowned soccer is. All right. The following is very cult like. They will come from overseas, they will come from the other side of the world to watch their teams. Now we're getting a glimpse of how powerful soccer is.
Did you see the when Argentina played Cape Verde, the difference in the crowd?
Yeah.
It was like 90% Argentina.
Yeah.
well, Argentina travels good all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, so now with we think football is that's our
That's our soccer. That's our world's.
no
That's
it's not world renowned.
But I'm saying
No,
that's ours. I said
that's
our world.
Yeah, that's our football. But it's a drop. So the Super Bowl, the average price of the Super Bowl tickets were a little less than $9,000. So it made it the most expensive sporting event in history in the United States.
That's crazy.
Hey, they have a 3rd place game?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I haven't seen that since they used to do it in the Final
Final
Four.
Four, yeah. Yeah.
Well, college basketball used to have a 3rd place
Doing
game
it,
until about
Sun-
15,
Sunday?
20 years.
It's-
Yeah.
Yes.
France
3
versus
o'clock.
England Saturday at 5,
Oh,
and the
5.
championship is Sunday.
Yeah. 3 o'clock.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I was because I wanted to go back when you said where. I think the game was in Kansas City when France lost, because they played in the Boston region all the way up until they lost.
Yeah. But yeah. So Argentina did it again, down 1-0
Without Mr. Messi scoring. So they're not just
Well,
a
he
one.
assisted. Both.
Yeah.
He assisted both.
But he was catching criticism because Argentina didn't win the last couple of European championships. That's why he came over to Miami. They were like, oh, he's past his prime. We're not giving him that big money to play in the Euro League. And then the World Cup, the grandest of all.
This guy leading the.
And now guess what? The biggest league is in Spain. And who's he playing in the championship? So you think he's going to have an extra chip on his shoulder? Or he's been very emotional. Have you been what? He's been crying because they've been doing so good. He's been showing emotion. I think he wants it so bad.
And this is his last go.
Yeah, and it's against Spain, where when he was in that league, they wrote him off and saying, "Oh, you're not good enough." No, remember, he played for Barcelona.
Yeah.
Then they sent him over to the French team, PC, whatever. He played 1 year there, and then they let him go because he was making record money, and they were like, "You're not producing." If he didn't win a championship, that was a failure. He was still scoring 30 goals a season or whatever, and another 30 assists. And then David Beckham brought him over to play for the Miami team in the USFL, the American Soccer League. There.
David Beckham had the front row seat and having the chance of them knocking out.
France.
They're saying he's negotiating with Vozina, trying to get him over to play with him.
So he was on. I don't know if you guys seen it, but I posted
A talk show,
the Today talk show.
He was on the sports.
They asked him if he was single, and he said yes, he's single. 40 years old, he's single.
But I have 7 kids on 5 different islands.
He is single. He is available, and he.
I don't think
he's running out of time. 40 years old.
I don't think anybody.
He said, "Well, listen. I mean, you strike it while you're hot, right?"
No, definitely.
He said that he only wants to play a couple of years. He says, because of my age fact, I realize that my time is coming, but I like to hang around for a couple of years. I know I can do it, and he says we'll see what happens. So yeah,
he went from 20,000 followers to
5 million or something. Yeah, he's got millions now.
Yeah, just off of that first game.
Yeah.
Well, it was against Spain, who's in the championship right now.
Yeah. But yeah, so Argentina comes back again, and they strike again, being down 1-0. Basically, in the what was it, like the 83rd minute? Or something?
I want to say they scored it was 83 or 87.
Yeah, because they had to tie it up at 1-1, and then they went ahead.
Yeah, they went ahead and just before the extra time was about to expire.
Yeah.
But England's a top team all the time too. And Harry Kane, I never watched him play that much, but he became one of my favorite people to watch that I'll continue to watch. He is a total team player. He's the best player on England, even though Jude Bellingham, the black dude, is the young dude coming up.
Yeah.
But Harry Kane is all about winning at any cost. He could score more goals, but he's like a LeBron out there almost. He's not going to dominate the ball. Sometimes I think people, they villainize him for not being greedy enough, if there's such a thing. That dude is so talented. When I watched the way he set up people and was motivating people throughout the game, I said, boy, I wish I would have watched England play a little more. But now the Jude Bellingham guy is now becoming the
face.
Because he's the next young big star. But them two together, I'm definitely going to try to watch that match Saturday with them against France, just because I liked what I saw when I saw them play.
That game's at 5?
That game's at 5 Saturday. And then Sunday is the championship.
It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
On Sunday.
I thought it was Monday. No?
No, it's Sunday.
Sunday?
Sunday's the championship.
Okay.
That's going to be weird because how long's the World Cup been? It's about a month? Since the group play and all that?
Over a month.
In that month, they did so much to gain world well, they were already number one sport in the world, but from the United States.
The United States caught up.
Yeah, hosting it here and then having such a great tournament. I think a lot of United States young boys and girls are now going to gravitate to saying, let me go give soccer a try.
And it didn't hurt that the USA did pretty well.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, the USA did pretty well. They all went out in the same round.
Is very strong.
Yeah, always been
very strong. It's the men's team that needs to do catching up.
But the coach made a difference.
Yeah. So yeah. And now we've got Spain, who knocked out
France.
And
I think that was a dig to you.
No.
Just waiting for me to answer.
Thank you, Brian.
But
Steve,
I mean, I don't. Could we have gone wrong in the Final Four? Really? The Final
No,
Four.
that was great
That was
matchups.
it was. I thought it was a great Final Four.
Yeah, the top teams all made it.
Yeah.
There was no surprises.
Yeah.
Those are the top 4 teams.
But now I don't. I know it's I'm gonna bring it back, but you're saying that the kid from France or whatever was your new favorite player that you like to watch.
Oh, Harry Kane
Yeah,
and Bellingham
forget-
for England.
I forget the England. But I forget the dude's name, but the tall, big
Oh, from
Norway.
from Norway. Yeah, that kid
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
I never got to watch Norway play because they always seem to play 11 in the morning. I'm at work, and then by the time I tune it on, they had already played, but he had scored 2 goals.
That kid
He's 6'4". He's like a linebacker, but
big. He's
he can run with the fast guys. He's just as strong as the strongest guys.
and his ball placements are crazy.
Yep. But that's what I mean. It exposed the United States fans to a whole nother level of appreciation for the best of the best in soccer. We always heard of Messi, Ronaldo,
big names.
yeah, the dude from Portugal there.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, we always heard of them guys, but the dude from Norway, Harry Kane's name was out there, but now Jude Bellingham, the second guy for France, Mbali or whatever. There's so many great players out there. And then Germany was the team that got eliminated earlier than usual. They got a couple of world-class players on there, but they were the only team that lost earlier than expected. The Final Four, I believe, were the top 4 seeds and then there's up-and-coming teams, not to mention Cape Verde, but Morocco. Morocco gave France all they could handle.
Every year they keep advancing.
my boy John. Cape Verde got robbed. Messi shouldn't even be in it.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland. That's the guy from Norway.
That kid's nasty.
Yeah, it's huge too.
Yeah.
But listen, say all you want about Messi, right? Those 2 corner kicks.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he placed them perfectly. If he's not scoring, he's assisting. You can't take anything away from him.
Beacon's cousins got robbed.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people. I mean, we've seen a lot of the things that racist comments that were being made, especially when they were facing Cape Verde. So of course, a lot of the Cape Verdean community is still stung by that. And anytime you mention Messi's name, people are just they're all over it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. I'm just glad that once again, just as Vizina said on the Today Show, he said that no longer do we have to explain. He said I play and I played with for the longest time, and people didn't know where Cape Verde is. He goes, no longer. Everybody now knows. So
they were too small to grab the world's attention, but on one of the biggest stages ever.
So they did it. They're putting all kinds of rules in place as far as tourism, because their tourism has already crept over 1,000% to Cape Verde. So what they did was as far as tax and stuff and all that stuff, because the tour is exploding.
And they need the money. That's one of the places that, like going to Jamaica. Jamaica's not rich, and some of those other countries.
So
tourism is what they depend on.
So now what they're doing is like I said, they've raised taxes. For people coming in, tourism. Like I said, it's exploded. People thought I was joking when I said there's gonna be a lot of Cape Verdean mixed babies. I was joking, but I wasn't joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So it's on the map now, and I think the destination. And the crazy part about it, I saw and I forgot to repost it. I want to say it was Tuesday morning. I was scrolling when I first woke up. I was checking social media, and I seen a reel, and it was talking about all it was nobody Cape Verdean, just some different people all over the world saying, I fell in love with Cape Verde, what they did on the world stage.
Everybody loves an underdog.
How beautiful the people are. and how beautiful the island is. Just now, the Googles doing,
Yep.
doing the
They
Google
never
search.
even had an idea where it was
And they're like,
located.
this is,
They don't
I want to
Google.
go there, and I'm gonna go on vacation there, and I'm interested in it, and I want to learn their culture. It was amazing. So just the notoriety that they got from balling out. And who would have ever thought, right? What did they give us, a 1% chance against
Spain?
Spain? 1%, right?
Yeah.
Who would have ever thunk, right? You go up against two powerhouses, the two teams that are in the finals, right? And you put them, basically you took them to the brink.
Both.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
took them to the brink. One was a tie. One you lost by 1 point. But you took them to the brink. Extra time. Hey, nothing to be ashamed about. And once again, I still firmly believe that sometimes it takes people to wake other people up. And I think this soccer team,
Woke up the world.
has it's
Yeah.
it woke
Greatly
up the
woke
world.
up everybody in the States, but all over the world too.
But
Yeah.
I think now you're gonna have this next generation that comes up. All those names that were on those Cape Verdean players, but they're going to want to be them. Like, if I could be like Mike, it's gonna be like, if I could be like Vazinha.
Yeah.
If I could be like Lopes, what was his name? Lopes. They had one.
Yeah, they had a hyphenated, and then they had
Lopes
other
Cabral.
Yeah, Lopes
Yeah,
Cabral.
Lopes.
That was it. Yep.
All those names, those kids, they're gonna live in infamy in Cape Verde.
Think
They're
about
gonna
the
be legends.
first guy to ever score a goal.
Yes,
The Pina.
history.
Kevin
Kevin
Pina.
Pina, yes.
Brock.
All those names. You think about the kids that are in 4th, 5th, 6th grade. Those are their idols now. Those are their idols. They might have loved Mbappe. They might have loved Messi. They might have loved, but you know what? We've got our own guys in our own country.
Yep.
That are like, we can see and we can relate to them. Those other guys, they're like behind, they're way over on the other side of the world, and we can't relate to them. These guys, they're going to be holding clinics. They're going to be doing different stuff now. And now it's going
Shoot, they all probably got family that's migrated here.
it's going to create a buzz within Cape Verde. And once again, hopefully you can keep all that homegrown talent there.
Yep. And hopefully, like you were saying with the new exposure, because they all got ties with people from their country that have moved here, maybe they can come do some soccer clinics, some speaking engagements and all that stuff, and people can see them in person. That would go a long way for people to be like, hey, I went to Brockton, and was it Kevin Pina was there, or they can go to LA, all those places where they hosted this event. Like, how long before we start seeing our jerseys in stores now? Because you can go in stores, and when it's soccer season, you can see the national powers.
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be a demand now for
just in
some
this,
CV shirts.
Benzina's jersey's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People ask, can I get this in pink? You got this in yellow? Can I get this
But I think when soccer season hits, because I don't think we're in soccer season right now, but I think it coincides with football season. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Men's soccer, but some of those guys are going to be playing in. There's talk of Rosinha coming to play in Miami. Some of the other guys might get opportunities. Their names are going to just get more and more recognizable because of what they've done in the World Cup. And now there's going to be a demand on merchandise.
And not only that, just by the showing that Cape Verde put on, they earned themselves $22 million to work with now.
Yep.
They can get other, I would say big names, but
improve their facilities, because they had probably the worst facilities out of any country that was there, because they're a poor country.
That's what's most important. All right, you
build soccer facilities.
Yes, you got to build in
better schools.
A lot of things better. So there's a couple of islands over there that are like third world.
Yeah, Praia is the only one that's the main capital is really, really modernized, but some of the others, Brava.
Just the small things, the small things, just to make baby steps, to put into the country's economy, and infrastructure and all that stuff. It's big.
And like you said,
tourism.
Now they're going to get more money from the taxes from tourism.
Yes. And tourism, merchandise.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that money that they got, You know, like they need better schools. Some of those islands don't have like plumbing systems.
Yeah, they're not running
That's what
water.
I'm saying.
My daughter went there for her honeymoon, and she was shocked that she had to take a shower outside and pull a bucket. That was 20 years ago.
They don't have running water.
Yeah, they didn't have a they didn't have a
electricity is not.
no.
Some of
And
the
they were
islands.
like the people in Brava at the time. Now 20 years ago, they probably made some strides. If you didn't work, you didn't eat. There was no going to the supermarket. The women were out being gatherers and checking the traps they set for small animals, and on the shorelines picking up clams and oysters. The men were out fishing. That's why, like, a lot of people that came over from those islands, they lived off fish. Some of the ones they're like, that's the last thing they want to eat right now, because they had to eat fish so often that they're like, ah. And then even cachupa, that was stuff that was easy to make over the stuff they had access to, and it became a big cultural phenomenon that people still love it over here, but it was cheap to make over there.
And that's why you see all those big pots, because it lasts.
Yeah, and it was filling. It could fill you up. But hopefully we start seeing the improvements sooner rather than later, because some great things can be done with that money.
Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned. This weekend, the finals, and
So what are you guys' predictions on the final?
I'm staying with Argentina.
I'm staying with Spain, since we can say we played against them and we're like, yo,
I played against both.
but against both of them.
yeah,
We
got robbed against one.
And lost.
But outside of Spain, I think we had the second best defense. I think we just didn't have the offensive weapons that Spain has. But that game was played in our end the whole time, but the defense held up.
Yeah.
But we don't have that sniper. We don't have that go-to guy. Spain has the young kid that's 19, the other guy that scored in this last game, the first goal.
Yeah. What is his name?
But he's one of their veterans. But they got 3 or 4 guys that are capable of scoring. And that was the big difference I saw when we played each other.
Yeah.
The defense was on par, as we saw, 0-0, but we couldn't score.
Yeah, we had 2 shots on goal against Spain.
Yeah, and look what they did to France. France has all that offensive power, and they didn't have any shots on goal.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch. I watched the semis.
I don't think I've stopped watching.
I saw the experts saying that it was going to be more of a high scoring game, or like a 3-2.
What
the championship?
It has
because they got scorers on both, but Spain's defense, I can't see them giving up 3 goals when they haven't given up no goals in the whole damn tournament.
But they haven't played Messi yet.
Yeah, but they know him.
Yeah.
They took away Mbappe. I think they'll do the same philosophy with Messi: double team him and make somebody else beat him.
You know what the difference is? That's Mbappe. We're talking about Messi.
Mbappe's the best dude in the world right now.
No, he's not.
Right now he is. When they were in their prime, Messi might have had a leg up, but Mbappe's ready to break all his records 5 years earlier than what Messi was on pace to do. Even the World Cup goals. And
one behind.
Yeah, this dude's played 3 more World Cups or something, and it's going to be shattered by then. But I'm just looking forward to a big game, and the fact that I even want to watch the third place game. I'm like, damn, I would have never watched soccer a day in my life.
Thank you, Cape Verde.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you, Cape Verde.
And all the traditional teams too, because we tuned in to watch Cape Verde, but we had to pay attention to all the big names too, because we played against 2. We got a whole new appreciation for it. It was just like, wow, we've been missing a little something. We tuned in just to watch our country, but I can appreciate. Wow, look at look what Messi's doing. Look what Mbappe's doing.
All right, let's change up. Let's talk about the All-Star game.
One
of the All-Star games that actually has some meaning to it. You talk about basketball. We were a couple of years out talking about scrapping it, right?
Yeah.
Hockey they
added some more bells and whistles to their weekend.
They literally, they did the world thing.
Yeah, they've been doing that. They did that a couple of years.
And
where they have like 4 different, or 5 different, 6 different.
And their skill stuff, the hardest shot, that's stuff people want to see, like the dunk contest right now.
So football we don't even mention because that
the flag league
exists.
Yeah.
but I think the two major ones are Major League Baseball and now the NHL because they're doing the world thing. And not only did the world thing, it sparked it for the NBA. The NBA pretty much tried to copy it
Yeah.
and said, "Okay, let's wait
Not a bad idea.
But
Wait a
it
second.
made it better because it was competitive.
Yeah,
And it brought patriotism back. Like,
that's the thing. So in hockey, them guys were like, "No, this is
teammates were
this is-
fighting each other.
Yes,
like, we're not
exactly.
teammates today.
Yeah, no,
Country
Even-
first.
even before the puck was dropped.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. It almost gave an Olympic type of feeling.
Yep.
Like listen, we're taking pride because we're repping, we're repping our part of the the country or whatever the case may be. And looking at the Major League Baseball All-Star game, there's nothing more priceless than winning that game because World Series, will now be placed in, to the, it goes to the winner of whoever wins the All-Star
Home
game.
field advantage.
So they get home field advantage. So needless to say, the American League defeated the National League 4-0, and it was a whoosee of a pitcher's game.
Well,
15 strikeouts.
Dylan Cease pitched his butt off.
Well, the bullpen did too.
Yeah.
The bullpen did too. But yeah, so it turned into one of those things where you go to an all-star game to see the long ball. Chicks like the long ball.
Yeah, this
right?
All-Star game reminded me of the '99 All-Star game
With Pedro
at Fenway.
Yes.
With Pedro.
when he sat down all six.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just it may have had a different feel, but listen, you gotta appreciate it because of the fact that you're going up against some of the guys who are doing the best at this current time, and 4-0 with the 15 strikeouts. They were one short of the record. So it gives meaning to the
But
game.
the crazy, like I said earlier, I want to say, I think they said the American League took the last 11 out of 13, which that gave them the home field advantage for the majority of it. But when like you happen to say, the national didn't help. It's not helping them, but they're playing against another All-Star team pretty much in the World Series when you play against when you play against the Dodgers.
Once you solve the Major League Baseball's All-Star, then you gotta solve the Los Angeles Dodgers All-Star team.
And it's not even All-Stars. You could say former MVP team because they got a bunch of
five of them.
former MVPs on that
Yeah.
one team.
Um,
And that's not including the Cy Young Award winners. And
yeah, no. But yeah, it's one of the more meaningful All-Star games happening. And it's too bad that I get because of the physical restraints that go on in football, you can't have it anymore. I mean, you can't afford someone to go out there and tear up their knee.
you can't afford a Sean Taylor whacking a palm.
Oh, no.
That shit was hilarious.
Oh, you want a fake punt? Okay, I'll take care of you.
That's why they stopped fake punts in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
It was because of that.
Well, the fake punch, you can't really rush the quarterback up the middle.
No blitzing.
Yeah, no blitzing. So yeah, I mean, you're taking the fun. You might as well just get rid of the game.
Yeah.
I think there's no ever coming back for them because
Yeah, they turned it into flag football.
on the beach.
Lyman not even participating.
No, it's skills. It's all skills.
And the crazy thing is, you can still get hurt with that.
Yeah, you
It doesn't
can
take
get
much. You know,
You
laying
remember,
around.
you remember what happened to the Patriots?
Patriots
player, right?
running back,
Yeah,
the rookie
tore his knee up
on the sand.
in the sand. Yeah, he planted. He went to go turn.
I remember that. I just forgot who it was.
It was
Stevenson. No, wait.
it was it started with I'm gonna say some MC. Shit.
Well, it was a little bit ago.
Yeah, it was a long time. ago.
Bit ago.
I want to say he came out of Georgia. Who was?
Yeah, but there's no coming back from that. It's already gone so far left at. It's the way I feel All-Star Weekend is going in the NBA. I mean, they saved the game part with the NBA versus World format. That's good, but it used to be All-Star Weekend, and you looked forward to the 3-point shooting contest, which is still all right. But the dunk contest has no appeal whatsoever. And until last year, the game had no meaning in it. I like them adopting what baseball did.
Robert Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rookie flag football game in Waikiki Beach.
Yeah, in the beach. You know, I hate to laugh, but you remember David Thompson, how he tore his knee up in the Legends game.
Yeah.
He went to go, somebody threw him an alley-oop. He went to go jump, boop, leg let right out. And he tore his knee up. You know, you tear your knee up when you're 47.
Recovery time is just a little bit longer.
That is nothing nice.
Yeah, the last Legends game I think I seen was Dr. J. It might have been him. That might have been that game actually.
I think that was the last year.
I think they should do a celebrity game and rather than a Legends game because those people ain't playing as much.
They do now.
Yeah, I like that idea better because the Legends game tends to be older people who aren't playing on a regular basis, and you try to go out there for one day and you want to look good.
Yeah, of course.
And then you blow out your knee.
Yeah, I'd rather them. You know, we'll watch Kevin.
I like the way they do the celebrity game. I'd rather watch that than any of the other shit. Or that and the 3-point contest.
Well, what they do is they pick people who have been retired for X amount of years. They pick celebrity basketball players,
football
players, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
People you didn't know had game like that because you only saw them in football or baseball, and you're like, whoa.
And the majority of these guys are 2-sport athletes, so.
Yeah.
I remember when they had the track and field athlete Mike Conley in the dunk contest. I was like, "Yo, but he's a triple jumper, so of course he can jump."
They had Deion Sanders, Barry Sanders, Barry Bonds,
all the tight ends. I remember
a bunch of them.
I remember a bunch of the tight ends. The one that played for San Diego, who was the great Gates, Antonio Gates. Yeah, because he was real good in basketball in college. But a lot of the tight ends, they're like 6'5", 6'6", and they're athletic.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to
Christian McCaffrey. You ever see him dunk?
No.
I saw him dunk, and then who's the other white dude? The dude that plays defensive back for Philadelphia now.
Well, you've seen Myles Garrett, right?
Yep.
Myles Garrett's got some ups.
Yeah.
For a guy that's 200 and
he's a
50
big boy.
pounds.
He's a big boy.
He can get up.
Who's the white cornerback for Philly? He's only in his second year. That dude got ups too.
Yeah. Oh, you know who got ups?
Connor DeJean
is what's his name for Jacksonville, the DB/wide receiver.
Yeah.
He got some ups.
Yeah, he's just a good athlete.
He was doing under the leg, boom by boom. I'm like,
they said he was doing that in intramurals, and they had to tell him to shut it down because he was going to get hurt.
He's just a freak athlete.
Wait a second. You're doing it like that?
Yeah.
Great athlete, man. And takes and puts in everything into his health. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. Yeah. It's always working out.
Yeah, it's good to be young and to be on top like that. I just sit back and I watch the kids and I'm like, yeah, good luck to you all. Those days are gone.
Yeah.
Far gone.
So we were talking about the All-Star weekend that just happened in baseball. Was there any interest from anybody to watch the home run derby? Because I was interested, but not enough to force myself to watch.
To tell you the truth, I totally I seen it earlier in the day and then just spaced it out.
You know what?
I thought dude from Tampa Bay was going to win it, but he lost to the eventual champion by a hair. The kid Walker from St. Louis.
St. Louis or Philly?
St. Louis. Philly was where it was held, but the dude from because he was pointing to the crowd because they were booing everybody that came up that wasn't from Philly. They were booing him.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Tony DeRosa and Earl Miranda were at the
Yeah. They've been going everywhere.
I think that they might have to tweak that a little bit too.
But the home run derby?
The home run derby. I don't know. I just
it's on a time limit now.
Yes, I know.
Before it used to,
you know what it did better?
Well, 10 outs could take forever. Because you could take.
And you get
people weren't exhausting themselves by the final round because you hit so many home runs. They cut down the swings by doing it with just 20 pitches. You got 20 pitches and that was it. Before on the timer, people would have great first and second rounds, then they were out of it. That takes a lot out of you to swing for the fences all the time.
Yeah, that's like when they did the time limit on the dunks. It's like
That was stupid. People missing 7 or 8.
What's his name?
Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson doing 30. Trying to go between his legs like 30 different times. And it's like I don't want to see you miss 7 times in a row.
That takes all the excitement out of it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's not appealing to me. I've lost. I lost. It lost me probably after the McGuire and Sosa and even Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. Those are guys that I used to like watch swing.
Yeah. The swing was so smooth.
Yeah.
Compact.
But now I don't know. The appeal is lost. Call me an old head, but
I
don't know.
Since we're talking about baseball, our guest from 2 weeks ago got drafted by the Oakland A's.
Oh yes.
So your prediction was wrong. No Cardinals.
Hey, every time the Cardinals came up, because me and Sharik watched it. Every time the Cardinals came up, I'm like, "Yo, you're going now. Yo, you're going now."
Yeah. So yeah, congratulations.
But yeah, he's excited. He left today. He left today to go to Arizona.
So he's going to stay committed to the A's because I know he had said if they didn't go high enough, they had the option of going back.
No, he's staying.
I didn't. I saw his roommate.
I didn't see him,
Dalton, but it was in a 20-something round, and he's got another year.
He got 30. His was 32nd, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was mid-20s.
round. Because I talked to him, I said, "How did Dalton?"
But the other kid, they had a third baseman that got drafted. Because I googled the results.
He got drafted in the 3rd.
So if I'm him, I go back. You had 18 home runs, and the guy that was playing in front of you is, gone. You're the main show next year.
But you don't know what's going on in the background.
No, but there's no guaranteed money that late. You can bet on yourself, but you're going to play for peanuts if you're drafted that far back.
Yeah.
If you even get drafted 10 rounds, earlier, the money's drastically different. It'll last a long time.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there's no guaranteed contracts that far.
What Dalton's going to end up doing. But
I wish the best for him, though. He was a good dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Listen,
and he was a sophomore.
That's what I said. He was a year younger than
your
Gerard.
Name called is a great thing.
Of course.
Just to hear your name called and mentioned in the with the same breath as the Major League Baseball draftee, that's an accomplishment.
And if I hear the Oakland A's or the Las Vegas A's,
they're going to be moving to Las Vegas,
or Tampa Bay drafted you, they are small market teams who have always drafted well, so they see something in him that they feel like they can work with and develop. He's at a good team that develops their young talent.
And not only that, Oakland A's they're not a strong program, so he can move up the ladder real fast.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Ball. Yeah.
Yep. But them in Tampa have been the masters of doing the most with the least.
Yeah.
But they go out and find talent at every level, but they develop the talent. When he was here, I don't know if it was you or one of us said something, go to a team that's going to develop them. That was one of the wishes. Like, where would you like to end up? Somebody that puts a lot, that has a history of developing their players. Some organizations develop pitchers better. Some develop hitters. Tampa Bay and Oakland, they always seem, but they can't keep them because they're small markets. They win, and then they got to sell off everybody because they once they become household names and they're developed, they can't afford them. But good luck to them guys. But on another note in baseball, where do we stand with the Red Sox right now?
It's changed up. The narrative is now
buyers, sellers, because for the whole year it was one thing. Now 9 wins in a row.
They better not be sellers right now because
they'll lose the fan base if they do.
Right now they're hot.
We let everybody go that was worth something, and somehow, some way, without their key players, that's the part that kills me.
Just think about it. Last year, we were in it, and they didn't do much at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
So
they didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. They did one move, and it was a nothing move. It was for a catcher, wasn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, they got depth at catcher. I think.
That was it.
Wasn't even a starter.
Everybody knew that you needed another hitter.
Yeah,
and they didn't do it. So this year, all right, you
they got rid of Rafi last year, didn't they? Wasn't it last year? Rafael Devers, they got rid of him.
They traded him
No,
last
he was
year.
traded. Not he,
Oh,
he
it was
was
the year
traded.
before.
Yeah, he was traded before the
Yeah,
deadline.
because Bregman played last year.
Yeah.
That's right.
But no, last year they didn't do
Because
anything.
remember, he
And
didn't
last
want to
year
play
they-
first base. Then they traded him
and-
and he played first base.
And
Yeah, but
last
that
year,
was last year.
Yeah, but they traded him at
he
the
was
beginning
be-
of the year.
Yeah,
I
he
know,
was
but I'm
before
saying
the,
but they,
he
Oh.
was before the deadline.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
way
but I'm
before.
saying they
Yeah.
traded him last year.
He was before the deadline.
Yeah.
And even after getting spoken to by Papa, he still had the same attitude, you know. But just think about it. Last year, they were in a better position record-wise, and they didn't do anything.
They have
Once
better-
again, they were like, I don't know if we're a year too soon. Maybe we should sit on our hands. And the team still exceeded, still made the wild card,
Yep.
still took the Yankees to the brink. And now what do you do?
I think their pitching is solid.
That's right.
I think their offense needs a jolt in the arm. They need to go get that bat that we all talked about last year. They need to.
need a
Well,
bat.
who's available that they can get?
Rafael Devers.
I heard talk about
Yeah,
that, but there was like that
I-
relationship might be.
That's seven.
That
They would have to get rid of the general manager.
Yeah,
and-
that's like in 2
Be,
years.
because of the
That's
salary
like-
he
but
makes, that
like
wouldn't
in
make
2 years,
sense.
Saying, "Oh yeah, the Celtics, Jalen Brown, there's a chance to get." Now that that page is turned, that boat was sailed away, it's gone. A lot of people said things about him in the open that he probably didn't like, and there's no return in that relationship. And it hurts sometimes when people speak the truth. Like I said, when you're spoken to by a legend in the way of
Who's done everything you're hoping to do?
hey man, listen, just get with the program, do what you gotta do. And he still didn't want to be there. I mean, all right, see you later.
He didn't want to. He wanted to play third base.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he was a horrible
He was-
defensive third
He was the
baseman.
worst. He was the last ranked third baseman.
and he's
in defensive
always been
percentage.
bad at third base.
He can't even make a throw to the first base without. He can't make
That's
10 straight
ego. He
throws.
put himself above the team in that situation, and that's
So
why
it's
Well,
not like
the team paid him.
it's not
for his
not,
offense.
Yeah, for his offense. It's not as listen, I could deal with it if we're winning and it doesn't cost us. But in all those cases, you remember how many games they lost last year?
Yeah.
They should have never been in a wild card. They were the worst defensive team just about the whole year, the whole 3/4 of the year. So it cost them a lot of games. It wasn't like okay, well, if we're winning, the years we were winning and he made a few errors, you passed it because offensively, you had a lot of bats that could make up for it, that could mask it, but not last year, or the year before, or the year before that. Bad teams, you're doing bad things that gets highlighted more, and that's just how the story went. It's like, listen, we dealt with you for a number of years when we had good offensive teams. We don't have that luxury anymore. So those errors are counting, they're costing against us, and we can't do anything about it.
Now they just need to stay on this hot streak.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully this All-Star break don't hurt them.
do you guys foresee a move that you prefer the Red Sox would make? You say they need a hitter, but any particular hitter? We heard rumors about a player today, but is that the answer, or is there other offensive players out there you'd rather get?
That's just it. I don't know who's going to be out there.
Well, for the rumors, so the listeners know, they were talking about Lindor from the Mets.
Yep.
That's been thrown out there now for probably over a week.
Yeah, and
Top
he's,
available hitters.
he's definitely
for the
a
Major League Baseball
great
trade
defensive
deadline.
shortstop.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But what are you going to do when Story comes back? Story's
Yeah, but he's out long.
he's
time.
always out. But when he's healthy, he's good.
That's why I don't like trading for a shortstop. And then we said they're also trying to develop Marcelo Maya. That slows down his development. If you trade for somebody else, that
But
just
you-
delays him
you
another
could
year.
throw
Or two.
Marcel Maya at second base, or even third. 'Cause
Well, second base slows down Christian, the second baseman they gave all that money.
Christian Campbell.
Yeah.
But think about it like this: Christian Campbell got moved down in the beginning of the season, and he still hasn't cracked the lineup. Hasn't even been brought back up. So that's
He hasn't been able to dominate at the AAA
that's
level.
telling me he's not doing nothing in Worcester. Because if he's doing something and you paid him all that money, he's doing something. You have to bring him up.
Okay, I'm going to pose a question to you guys. We heard the rumor today about Lindor.
Yeah.
Same position. I heard a different name earlier in the year. Jeremy Pena from the Houston Astros. Younger. Maybe more long-term potential. He could be the answer long-term because Lindor is a little longer in the tooth, and I think he's on the other side of his greatness. I think Jeremy Pena is still.
Don't they have Korea?
Who? Korea's out for the year, I think.
Is he?
He went back to Houston, right?
Yeah, he went back to Houston.
But I think he got hurt.
I don't know.
But there's a 35% chance of him being traded. He's under team control for one more year after 2026. So they got him the rest of this year and next year to evaluate him and then decide on whether or not you want to pay him the big money. But that's another good offensive shortstop. But it just seems like all the names I'm hearing are shortstops.
You got to get rid of Story then, if that's the case. You can't keep them in Story.
Yeah. Or you're going to have to package Meyer in a trade because you're going to have a logjam if you.
But like I said, Myers, he's that guy that can go play anywhere in the.
We know he played third for a little while.
He can play anywhere in the infield.
And I'd rather see him play than Durbin.
It's good to have a utility.
And and he's young.
When someone gets hurt, you
just put him anywhere, and he's young.
What about? Are we giving up on Cassis yet?
That dude is always. He
seems always hurt.
Always hurt.
But they keep saying the key word potential.
Yeah, but
for how long? For how long?
Yeah, so I still want to see them go after a power hitting first baseman.
And the crazy part about it, and he's doing great where he's at, but the center fielder is an infielder. He came up as an infielder.
Raffaello?
Yep. And he's flourishing at center field, so leave him in. Guy made it all-star team, even though he was a replacement.
Great defense.
But he still he gets the job done.
That seems like the common denominator with all the young Red Sox outfielders. They're all great defensive players.
Like Mookie Betts. He played right field for the Red Sox, but he came up as a second baseman.
Yeah. Well, the Dodgers were using him.
Yeah.
Second base.
They last year, if I'm not mistaken, he was their shortstop
for a little while.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Listen, if you're a utility player, you're most valuable.
Yeah.
Someone gets hurt, and you have an ability to plug someone in right field, and hey, you're a second baseman. You can play shortstop too.
You can play.
You got the range.
He's got the arm. He's just like riding a bike.
Yeah.
You know whose name always comes up every year, and all he does is produce? The infielder Luis Arias. He's led the league in batting, whether it was the American League or National League, like 3 out of the last 5 years. And every year he gets traded at the trade deadline. They're saying there's a 90% chance he gets traded from the Giants right now. Because all he does is hit for average. But some teams have power hitters but need somebody to get on base.
That's it. You can't score runs without people on base.
That's somebody, if I'm the Yankees, I go after him because they got power hitters, but they need people that can hit for average.
Yeah, their power hitters are always on the bench.
Now, not to change topics too much because we're talking about the Red Sox, but I heard the Yankees are going after the Miller closer from San Diego.
That's the big guy.
Yeah, he's like the best closer. He got the 100-mile-an-hour. He's averaging fastball.
He close to Team USA.
Yeah.
But Milwaukee's always up there in the National League too, though. But I don't know how they're doing this year. But
who?
No, you said from Milwaukee.
No, he's from San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah, he's the closer for San Diego.
I was thinking Milwaukee.
And he came over from the A's. He was a victim of the A's playing Billy ball. Yep. They couldn't afford to keep him, so they traded him for prospects that they can develop. Yep. But he's emerging into one of the elite closers in the league. Yeah, he's top 3.
He's tough.
But if the Red Sox, we think they definitely need another bat on offense, preferably a right-handed bat.
It doesn't matter.
Just doesn't matter. Yeah, but if we know Roman Anthony can come back, and we know Trevor Story can come back, that's 2 significant bats. But I still think that first base position,
their first baseman is leading the team in home runs right now.
Yeah, but we can move him. He could be the DH, or
he told her, what if with Cassis?
But Cassis hasn't played in 2 years. Story showed us last year. Roman Anthony has got a future.
An anomaly.
Yeah,
he wasn't hurt.
Yeah. But if he comes back, even though he was only hitting 220 this year before he got hurt,
But we all
219.
said the same thing. Is he going to get hurt?
Yeah.
If he get hurt,
He's,
and guess what? This year he got hurt.
Well,
he's the MLB street clothes.
yeah. Would anybody take a risk on him because his salary's up there? So if you're not going to play, I'd rather move on and give Meyer a chance or somebody else a chance, or trade for somebody who can just play every day.
So it's a good thing now that we're looking back at it that we didn't, when we were tanking, that we didn't dump our reliever.
Yeah. Chapman.
Oh yeah. Because now
he's getting the job done
2 years in a row.
But now, like I'm saying, you think about how we started. People they were like, oh, we
90% chance of Chapman getting traded.
So
yeah, that was the talk. That was when they were
him and Sonny Gray were out on the trade.
That's when they were losing.
When they were losing, but
yeah,
the
narrative.
That's not. It was Sonny Gray. I was thinking when I said back early. It wasn't early.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
thinking Sonny Gray.
Sonny Gray.
The narrative
he's pitching well.
The narrative has changed now. It's amazing that
Once you
a
start
little bit of winning can do, right?
Mhm.
You go on an 8-9 game win streak, then all of a sudden the narrative changes.
Yeah.
And especially right before the break. Now you're thinking it's like, wait, hold.
You're half a game. You're half a game out of the wild card spot.
So now
you were last.
So now you're saying to yourself, I think we might have to rethink that narrative and go a different route.
Now we might want to be buyers.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you something.
But we never want to spend the money.
I'm going to tell you something.
That too.
If they aren't,
it would
buyers,
be a rental.
If they aren't buyers and they don't do anything, and they go on not to even make the wild card,
the GM's gone.
He has to be. With all those moves, firing the coaches, he has to be gone.
They fired their head coach with 18 games in.
Yeah.
One of the best head coaches out there, a player's coach who gets results when he has stuff to work with.
18 games in, they fired.
So he has to be gone. Unless the only other thing, unless he's doing the, trying to take a page out of the Celtics game. We're like, oh, we need to cut salary. We need to get younger.
Except they haven't won a championship recently.
Oh, well, this is what I'm saying. But you know something, right? All those years, right, of paying. All of a sudden, you get new people, and all of a sudden, oh, let's keep it the way it is. It's good. We can be competitive. You got to remember, on any given night, you can go to Fenway. All right.
Yep.
On those nights that they were losing in the beginning, the stadium is filled, sold out.
Yeah.
Dedicated fan base.
So they know they can ride off of that. Come hell or high water, we still can get people in there.
And Brian, what is it? $21 a beer?
There you go.
That's crazy.
$21 for one.
For two beers, you can buy a case.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
For one beer, you had $5 more you could buy a case.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Taking advantage of of a fan base that is rabid and is going to show up night in, night out. They may boo players, but guess what? We're still going to pay at the gate.
Yeah.
And they're actually taking advantage of it. Until you see the revenue, people not showing up, people not going. I think because of the fact that we're not a warm weather location, and it makes it all that more attractive for it to be an extracurricular thing to do on a summer night.
Yeah.
I think that
and no competition from other sports.
I think that is, and that's what I was just going to get at too, right? This time of the year, there's only one sport going on, right? Only one sport going on. You have no competition.
1.5 since we had the World Cup.
Yeah.
But now that's going to be over.
You won't get the World Cup back here in the United States for probably another
40 years,
20, 30 years, whatever the case is. But you're taking advantage of a fan base that
another sensation down there.
That's my brother.
Yeah.
You're taking advantage of a fan base that
charity event.
that is basically yeah, probably that is going to come in, is going to show up night in and night out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but yeah, it's just I don't know.
What up, DC?
I don't know.
Wink, wink.
I don't know. In which direction, but we'll know within another week.
Yeah.
But like once again, if he doesn't do anything or he doesn't make somewhat of a splash,
He's got to go anyway.
The fan base is getting
gotta go.
frustrated, but still supporting. I think if he doesn't make no moves at this trade deadline and we falter, and then there's no big free agent
He's got to go.
off season, he'll be gone. Yeah.
Like I said, if
We watch every star walk out that door.
if nothing good comes out of this, and we don't get it, we don't hit we don't make somewhat of a splash of in the way of signing, because I don't foresee us being sellers. Now
There's no
got to
way.
be
It
buyers.
can't be selling.
And if you buy low, then he's got to go.
And don't mortgage the young talent for a
No.
temporary
No.
fix. Don't put a Band-Aid on something and then it doesn't give us the desired result.
Yeah, it's just for me, it's just, I don't know. I have a hard time with what they've done in the last 4 years, in the way of letting talent go out and not
They're not reciprocating.
Yes.
Bregman, Betts, Devers.
I mean, we got so accustomed, right, to going back to 2000. We need something. We knew what we needed, and we pinpointed it. If we needed a third pitcher, we went out and we got it.
Yep.
Right. If we needed another pitcher to come in, we went out and we got it. If we needed another big bat to go, if we needed another a utility player to come in, we got it. Right. We were so, for 15 years, we were so used to it. Right. And then like every third to fourth year, we're winning a title. Right. Then all of a sudden the new ownership comes in and they do just the opposite.
They clean house.
Yes. It's like, okay, we're letting everybody go.
Prior to 2004, 2004 was the first year we won it, right?
2001.
Was it
So,
2001?
listen.
Prior to 2001, the Red Sox used to be the best team in the league up until the All-Star break.
Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. We've been spoiled basically since the 2000s in the way of, okay, we need this. We know we're going to get it. We're going to go out and we're going to get it. And they're doing just the opposite.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, we don't need to do nothing. At the same time, we'll let this guy go.
Yeah.
One of our main key cogs. And it makes no sense. So with that being said, we got the trading deadline coming up. If no splash is made and they become sellers, oh man, it's going to be ugly.
He's got to, in my opinion, after this year, he's got to go anyways.
Yep.
No matter what the Red Sox.
And on another note, we were just talking about if they made a move for some of the rumors we heard, Lindor or the kid from the Astros. They already have a log jam at shortstop. You want to remind me who their number one draft pick, what position they drafted at this year?
Who's the Red Sox?
The Red Sox. They drafted a shortstop that got hot for North Carolina because North Carolina went to the finals, but he wasn't ranked as one of the top.
No, he wasn't even in the top 40.
He was like he was like the 21st ranked
20,
shortstop, and we drafted him in
20.
the first round.
At pick 20.
Yeah, at pick 20.
At pick 20.
But he wasn't supposed to go in the first 4 rounds or something.
He wasn't projected in the top 40.
Yeah. So your gut story, you don't know what to do with him. You got Maya waiting. You're talking about trading for another shortstop, and then you drafted him. There's not other holes. We never got the power hitter. There wasn't a power hitter we could get or a pitching prospect.
And that this draft right here it's all young kids. We're not going to see them in a.
I know, but it's just like,
No.
why go for something? We have needs at other positions. We're going to develop whoever we draft.
That could be a trade.
But why not? Why not?
Why are we taking the page out of Billy Ball?
Yeah, pretty much.
Listen, we're not a small market.
No.
And our frame of thought being in a big market is we want it, and we want it now. We don't want it 4 years down the road. We want to be able to keep up with the Joneses. We want to be able to keep up with the Yankees. We want to be able to keep up with the Houstons. We want this. And like I said, in the last 4 years, it's gone totally opposite of the normal thinking of how Bostonians think when it comes to baseball. I'll tell you what, the last 3 years, I'm just sitting there like, what stupid move are they going to do?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the entertainment value now. It's not even something we get excited about.
What are they gonna do?
Like, humor me. Show me what we're going to do or not do this year.
Who are we going to get rid of?
Yeah, it's more of a shock for me to see. Not a shock. It's like when And when and who are they going to get rid of now? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
And if they traded somebody like Contreras because another team wants him for the playoff push, I'd be like, what are you doing?
That's like you said. There was a 90% chance of trading Chapman. If they get rid of Chapman, that's stupid.
Yeah. That just tells me that they're sellers.
You're going to have to come in and to close like he's been closing.
Not even anybody ready. There's not even anybody in the wings.
Nobody.
Exactly.
We'll be getting somebody off the bottom basement.
We'll be looking at the problem that we were looking at 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the lead. I was at you. Blow it.
Yeah.
The only person I see them in San Diego would be the closer for San Diego.
But he's going to come at a price. Yeah, I don't think we're willing to pay.
That ain't going to happen.
No,
not for a closer.
No.
You can pitch 2 outs, pretty much. 3 outs if you're lucky.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what goes on in the next week. Listen, you gotta be buyers. You can't be sellers.
Definitely not.
If you're sellers, man, you're basically pretty much raising the white flag already.
and
not even giving a chance.
Your team is on fire right now.
Yeah, not even giving them a chance. And if that's the case, when we go to the Cape Verdean recognition game, I'll be blowing my butt off. I'll have to make a sign and put it in Cape Verde and get rid of the GM now.
New buy.
See us all getting walked out of the ballpark. They were talking bad about the owner.
No, the GM.
The GM.
Well, both. The owner, I'm not impressed with him either.
Yeah, but he don't make the moves. It's the GM.
It's the GM.
Yeah, but are the moves coming from his lead?
Yeah, well, that's
like I think in the Celtics.
Regardless of what you say, you're not going to see the owner at press conference.
Yep.
No,
you're going to see the GM.
But he has to do what the owner wishes.
Changes need to be made, and they're the ones who come, and they're pretty much the owner's puppet. But who cares? If that's the case, I will be making a sign in Cape Verde that says get rid of the manager and the owner to follow.
Yeah, but I couldn't believe that they got rid of their manager 18 games in.
Yeah. I would like to know. If there was a conversation had with him beforehand, like, listen, you need to do this, or.
Yeah, but he didn't get a chance to do any of that because 18 games.
He started off so poorly. But my thing is, was he given a head? That's what I like to know. Were you given a heads up? Like,
I think he wasn't a yes man, and if he didn't agree,
he wasn't a yes
yeah,
man.
Definitely wasn't.
He stood up for himself, and they didn't like that.
Well, that's
so they wanted somebody they could control.
This is what I'd like to know. I'd like to know. Obviously, he's not going to stand fast. He's going to get a job soon.
Manager of the Mets next year. He'll sit out this year, next year.
Yeah, exactly. He'll get a job, and then when he does, I'm sure he'll speak up and he'll say something. You get him. You get the team that he goes to. Somebody who's going to be in that. A reporter who's going to be in that press room and say it.
What happened with the Red Sox?
What happened with the Red Sox? Can you give us some?
What's different here than you saw in Boston?
And he'll say it. I mean, because he's never been one to hold his.
Yeah, he's not shy.
You're talking about a veteran in the way of playing in the league, and then the same thing. A championship manager, assistant
World
manager,
Series,
with Houston and the Red Sox. So he's not going to. I don't think he'll be politically correct when he speaks. For a team to do what they did and to clip a good portion of the staff too, not just him.
Oh yeah, they got rid of a lot of people.
Clipped it and it clipped their staff.
They got Mr. Red Sox himself, Jason Varitek got let go.
So we'll see. It'll be interesting.
But still, the crazy part, like the Red Sox are still last in the league in home runs.
Yeah, with no power.
Yeah, and that's a glaring need. I think the pitching, especially, I don't know how long Crochet. They seem like they don't know what's up with Garrett Crochet. But if they were to get him back, and they get early, and they get
the Spanish guy.
Yeah, Suarez. Combine them with Sonny Gray and I forgot who the guy with the mustache, the young kid that's pitching good. He could be their 5th starter or something.
When's the last time that you didn't see multiple Red Sox hit over 20 home runs in the season? It could happen this year.
No, well, they have 2 on the brink right now, which that I can think of.
The outfielder
with the fast kid. he had
Jared Dern.
Darren. He had like 17 or 18 already.
But
And
he's got a low bat now.
Contreras got over. He's close
And there's
to
a whole
20.
nother outfielder I'm forgetting that got
Oh,
a decent
the
amount
right
of-
fielder. The light skin kid.
Abreu. Yeah.
From
So
Venezuela.
You wouldn't even think they got decent bat sneaky power, but they don't got that one guy that will go 1 for 4 but might hit a 3-run homer. You know, that's always a threat when he comes up.
My thing is,
That's where Sherber would have came in big.
Oh, I would have loved him.
my thing is, you have to take advantage of that park.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to take advantage of the park.
315.
That's why I thought
left
Devers
field.
was
That's it.
good for there.
You
But
got to take advantage of that park.
And the pesky pole is short too.
That's what I'm saying. And think about it, right? The Yankees draft specifically for
their-
Yankee Stadium.
look at Ben Rice.
That's why they had 7 guys last year that hit over 20 home runs.
Yeah.
Rice had 28 at the All-Star break.
That's crazy.
And
But you have to.
Judge is
listen,
going to hit homers anywhere he goes.
Yeah. He'll hit it anywhere he goes. But my thing is, when you are drafting, you have to draft in mind with your ballpark.
Yes.
He's tailor made for our ballpark, right? The Yankees do it to a T. They got it figured out to a T, to the inches,
Yeah.
literally, right? That's why every year 7-8 guys that hit home runs, in their ballpark. They love Yankee Stadium. It's totally different, other than the 2 big guys.
Yeah.
But
On the road.
at home, it's like RBI baseball. You just watch it go out.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox, they need to stop. Listen, we all know that you're gonna get guys that gonna slap hit or whatever. But listen, tailor made for our park. We once again, if you go back prior to 4 years ago, you had all those guys, right? It doesn't seem like they have it anymore. Doesn't seem like it. And that's a testament to the guys who are running the team.
Yeah.
And there you go. I mean, we can sit here and spin it all the ways you want, but it comes down to one thing.
Do you blame that on their scouting?
It could be. It could, but listen, if the direction in which they're going in right now, it's not your typical Boston Red Sox way.
And our young prospects have proven to be pretty good. It's just they don't got the right
You need to mix
blend.
those,
You need that power hitter prospect.
but you need those veterans in there too.
Yeah.
And they don't
Saw
have
that with the Spurs and
they don't
basketball this
have
year.
that.
No matter how good your young
always
players are.
had a guy in there who was like, yeah, we got this older guy, but yeah, oh no, he's good. He's doing good. We've always had that. We've had the Mike Lowells. We've had those guys, right? We've had all those guys that were like,
Veritek, Lowell,
you grab them and
Manny.
and they
Mm-hmm.
produce. We haven't had one of those in a while.
We haven't had a pickup like Manny in a while.
Yeah, no. And like I said, I don't know, for some reason this new era of the Boston Red Sox post 4 years ago is totally different.
Yeah.
So how much different would we look if we were to re-sign Bregman?
WMB1 Radio.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I talking to Mr. Magnet?
No, he said WMB1 Radio, you fool.
Yeah. Somebody trying to sell me something. I'm all set.
I thought that was Jaylen Brown's agent. Didn't like some of the things that were being said
At
the last
first,
couple of weeks.
when the first hello came, I thought it was my brother Dave. He said hello. 'Cause that's how
I'm surprised they answered. They don't. This is a block number.
Sometimes that's how when he answers the phone, hello. That's how he answers the phone. I was like, oh, that sounds like Dave.
Yeah, no, somebody trying to sell me something. It's a mass number, but it's a funny. So it's probably somebody that's trying to sell me solar panels.
Yeah, I was say they didn't want to.
Hey, we got a guy for that.
I already got solar panels, so you can't sell me solar panels. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Next week we might be coming in here singing a different tune. We'll see, though. We shall see.
The trade deadline's in what, 2 weeks? We say, Steve?
Yeah, August 3rd.
August
Yeah.
3rd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically 2 weeks from today.
16th, 14th. Yeah, that'll be a little over 2 weeks.
Yeah, because it's following Tuesday's the deadline always.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to tune in next. We'll follow up on it next week to see where it goes. As far as in which direction they're going. Just think about it. It's trending. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure this out. It's trending in the buying, not selling.
I would almost rather the guys we have just get healthy and come back and play.
Especially
Because now we're not investing no money, we're not trading no prospects,
Well,
and
we
they are
still-
going to help the
we
offense.
still need some power.
You do.
You need a bat.
But
So you go and you
but
get-
Story's going to be a bat, and Roman Anthony's going to be a bat. We don't know about Tristan Cassis. We don't know.
My thing is,
I would count him out.
my thing is you go out and you
It'd
get a
be
bat
off the-
now. So you add that bat
With
and
the
you
Story.
hope these other guys come in and they
Add the bat without giving up too much for it.
and they come in and they actually integrate with that bat already to surround it, and everybody starts getting integrated, and then now you see the power, now you see the hitting coming. But yeah, I in another 2 weeks we'll know.
Who do they currently have at a regular DH right now?
The Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Okay, no, and I like what he's doing. Yeah, no, but he's an average
hitter.
hitter.
Contract either.
Yeah, you got to play.
Ain't nobody want that contract.
He hits the ball, but
Yeah,
he
he
hits
slaps
the
it.
ball for power.
He slaps it. But yeah, and we're not getting rid of him either because we signed him for a gazillion.
No, I didn't know if Contreras was strictly playing first or if he was rotating.
Nah, he's strictly playing first right now. My thing is when Anthony comes back, who do you take out of the outfield?
I think the Japanese kid goes to the bench and one of those guys goes into because they can hit for power.
You put Durant
And speed.
Put Durant on DH.
Is he the worst fielding outfielder out of all of them?
Yep.
Wasn't he? Did he need DH before that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
I like his bat.
DH.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd
his
keep
thing-
his bat.
the thing is, his bat's not that good, but when he gets on base,
Yeah.
That's it. He creates havoc.
If he gets on base, he can steal
gets
second
on-
and third.
Yeah, he gets on base. One ball go over your head, all of a sudden he's at third.
or even at home, maybe.
Yeah. He's that type of he's
But
gifted in that
He
way.
just can't get on base.
Yeah.
But he hit good his first couple of years, and then the last 2 years, I don't know what the hell happened.
But you know what? It depends too. Who's hitting before you? Who's hitting after you?
He made that comment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never recovered from it.
Nope.
Yeah, he had that slur,
Yep.
and he's never been the same. He's come forward and said that he's had a battle with depression.
He even went to counseling for it.
Yeah. Well, I think he had to do that.
Yeah, he had no
per the
choice. He had no choice. He had no
Per the league, he had to. But he did say that he was battling depression, and he was out of his element. That's the reason why he said that. But I mean, it doesn't make it right.
No.
But it is what it is. He has not been the same hitter. We're talking about MVP status.
He got everything
Yeah, that first year he had.
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
else that game. Like
So you need to see that return. And just think about it, right? Last year we were talking about him being the odd man out, right?
Yeah.
We didn't think he was going to.
Oh, then he might get traded at the deadline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You might. We don't know.
well, we thought last year. he was
That's what I'm
gonna
saying.
take it, Yeah.
We thought
Because-
last year that he was the odd man out.
He was who we could get the most for.
Yes, he was the most attractive, up and coming and everything. And now the longer you're keeping him, it's like, is he going is he trying in the wrong direction?
But like the thing with him is it's a home run or nothing.
Yep. And you're wasting, your God-given talents of creating havoc on the base.
2 years ago, he led the league in triples.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think his game's built around speed.
Yeah,
First to third is,
definitely.
you hit in the gap, man.
It's a
See you
triple
later.
it's a triple
Gone.
for him.
But yeah, we'll see. Anything before we close?
Yeah, I think when we reconvene next week, the
but no,
first
we
week
will.
of NFL will be back, right? Don't people report next week? They start reporting?
Yeah.
July
Training camp next
20th.
week.
Yeah, well, today's the 17th or 18th,
16th.
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 So a week from today be the 23rd.
They report on that Sunday or Monday, I think it is. But yeah,
Rookies.
I was reading up on my team today, and I guess, some of the people have been,
You were disappointed.
no, because I was concerned about our rookie being hurt. We're drafting all these hurt people,
Yeah.
and they said that he's been cleared to resume full practice in the next 2
They're
days.
talking about Kittle being ready for week 1. He's
He's serious about his rehab, man.
I
He tore
really
his-
got a an alert saying that Ayuk was the Cowboys' surprise of interest. I'm like, what?
Why?
No money to pay him if you want to keep Pickens, and I take Pickens over him
I know.
right now.
I know. They didn't sign the contract with Pickens.
No.
Nope,
The
not in time. He's
deadline
playing
is
on the
gone,
tender.
but they weren't going to keep him anyway.
But
But you got to realize something. They can franchise again in next year.
no, I know. But why Ayuk?
I don't know. I just got to. I don't know. I just got. It said Cowboys become a surprise interest of.
Don't get me wrong. When the guy's healthy and playing, he's
Well, that's the thing. No, when he's healthy.
Yeah.
How many games did he play last year?
But now it's not just are you healthy. His attitude is
attitude.
becoming the
That's what I'm
second.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's running a close second to.
And then look at we talk about attitudes and off the field. Look at Stephon Diggs. Gets out of one situation, then jumps right back into
in the
fire,
court. Yeah.
right? Jumps right back into the fire, right? I don't know who this guy is, but he has texts. They have video of his brother going in there, beating him up in the elevator, ripping his chain, taking his satchel. I mean, with his smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what's going on, but you know, the dude is basically saying that, you know, that they had this secret little thing going on. I don't know. I mean, it's all allegations, but he's back in the
frying pan.
And it hasn't even been 6 months removed from his from his last one. And you can't be, what is he, 35?
Yeah, he's up there.
36, whatever it is.
Only got a year or
35.
two of earning potential left.
Listen, you're running out of time, and you're running in the wrong.
And what are you going
direction.
to do when your career's over? Because you're making a lot of bad decisions.
A
Where
lot of babies, mamas, a lot of BMs.
see one of those guys going to court asking for child support reductions because you can't keep up. Well, you were making millions.
Yeah. Well, this is the problem. These guys think that the millions are going to keep coming, and it doesn't happen.
No, especially when you're doing stupid shit.
Listen, it's all well, and then if you're going to be like what's his name, the quarterback that has
Phillip Rivers.
kids
Oh yeah, Phil.
with the same woman,
Yeah.
and is still married.
Yeah.
That's all fine. But when you have 7 kids with 7 different
Phillip
people,
Rivers isn't paying no child support to 12 different
Yeah,
people.
well, there you go. When you're doling out, all your money to 6 different women, yeah, that becomes a problem. It becomes a problem, But yeah, so next week, everybody tune in.
Maybe we'll be able to stop breaking down divisions in a couple of weeks.
Yes, it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
It'll be on pub. But next week
58 days.
we'll be able to talk
stops.
about who the World Cup champ is.
Mhm. What happened at the trade? Oh no, the trade deadline won't be
Yeah,
here
it
yet.
won't be here. I'll be 2 weeks.
But we should also know what the decision part 2 is.
Oh yeah. He had a press conference today.
Yeah.
Didn't give no critical information.
No. I won't keep you guys waiting.
Cares, man?
I'll make my decision
Forget that
soon.
guy.
I don't want to know. I don't care
I don't
about
care
the
either.
decision.
As long as you don't end up with the Bulls,
No.
I'm happy.
I really don't. I quite honestly, I don't think, this is just my opinion, I don't think he can really go to a team and really elevate them to the point where they're going to be contenders.
I think if he went to Cleveland and they kept everybody, they have the best chance to take that leap. Miami still won't have no outside shooting if he goes there.
Exactly.
And no depth.
No doubt. Yeah, exactly.
Watch NBA today. They were talking about if he goes somewhere, is he gonna be all right being the third fiddle?
Well, he started doing that in LA last year.
I know, but I'm saying, but the way he is,
I mean,
like,
listen, it was known, but it wasn't discussed out in LA. But if you were outside looking in, you're like, you aren't better than those other two dudes.
no.
And speaking of which, you know what was real crazy about today's press conference? There was a guest there that I didn't expect to be there. JJ Redick. Why is he at the press conference for LeBron?
Because
wherever he goes, wherever LeBron goes, that's where he's
no.
gonna.
You got to remember, he was part of the the whole team there. Remember podcasting?
Yeah.
He was part of the, what's his name? LeBron's boy there.
Rich Paul?
Rich Paul. He was part of that whole podcasting thing.
Well, that's how he got the job.
Yeah. He was part of that whole part. He's still part
But I'm saying, why would you go knowing you just lost him, unless there's a chance that he'd re-sign with you.
He ain't resigning.
They ain't resigning with
He already
that.
said he's moving on.
Yeah.
All that was
He's-
about was let me. I think he's seen the writing on the wall. Let me make sure that Bronny's contract is going to go through, and then I can move on my way. And it did. They did. They said we're going to guarantee you your final year, and then that's good. I think had he made his decision beforehand, they would probably
would've cut him.
let him go.
They would have cut him.
They would have let him go.
Could have went and played with Greek Freaks, brother.
So yeah, in the parking lot.
That's about where they're going to be this year.
In
But
Milwaukee.
no, but yeah,
in Milwaukee.
I think that was a chess move that was strategically placed by him. Like, listen, I won't make a decision, but they have to make a decision on my son. They don't know the decision on me, but they're gonna keep him once they sign it. Say, okay, your contract is guaranteed. They could cut him tomorrow. He's still gonna get that money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was like, okay, I'm gonna make sure he's all set. I know I can go on and play elsewhere, but him, no. Even if he can't play, he's still got that money. Not like the family needs any more money, but but yeah, that was a strategical move by him. But yeah, Cleveland makes the most sense.
Yeah, because
Golden
they were
State-
close to winning this year. But if you
Listen,
add a veteran, or if he went to San Antonio,
Yeah, well, yeah, San Antonio.
they need a
They're
veteran
already-
presence.
They're already ascending. If he were to go there, that would be good. I think those are the two best spots from. But I don't even think San Antonio.
You think Golden State's out of it? They just don't have enough.
Old.
I don't.
Too old.
I can't.
No.
say him.
The Olden State Warriors, if he goes
Yeah,
there.
I don't. That would be a dumb.
Take the G off. It'll just be the
What's the
Olden
chances of
State.
all three? So, Jimmy's going to be done.
Till Christmas at least.
Like, there you go. Steph gets hurt every year. LeBron gets hurt every year.
Long as they're healthy at the end of the year.
And LeBron.
And what's the chances of that happening?
and,
Not
and,
good.
You're gonna have to
LeBron
pay
needs
some.
to take games off.
Yeah, it's not a good fit when you have your main guys who are all 30.
They can't have
2+.
LeBron and Curry out at the same time. If one's out, the other one got to be there. But if they're both out and they're waiting on Jimmy,
And those
You
single,
can't-
and those singles by Draymond Green.
And you can't count on Porzingis being healthy either.
Yeah, no, he still doesn't have that
No.
that sickness. He gets it from time to time. I don't know what it is, but it's
how with today's technology they can't diagnose it? I've been hearing that since he was in New York.
Celtics. No. It all
Happened
came
with
about with the
Boston.
Celtics. He's been hurt, but that
Oh, he was
sickness that
hurt. He
got-
broke his foot in New York, and then
Yeah, that sickness that he got was when he was with Boston. And they still haven't. It's been 2 years almost, and they still haven't got a.
that's
He
crazy.
gets weak, can't really move. It's like I don't know what it is, but yeah, I don't really see him going. They don't want him in New York. Cleveland would be a good move. I don't really. I don't think San Antonio wants him.
I think a good move for him, and I think it would help out the team well, because especially if he's not expecting anything but the third fiddle, would be Minnesota.
Minnesota would be good. I think Detroit would be good.
Yeah.
But these teams, you got to remember, there's still 2 and 3 teams below
Yeah.
the other teams.
Well, Detroit was the number 1 seed until they got beat in the playoffs. So they were
got
close.
exposed. They got exposed.
Duran just totally crapped the bed in the playoffs.
Well, they got exposed.
And they don't have any.
They needed another scorer, and they lost Tobias Harris already.
They got and that's gonna hurt right there. They got exposed. The thing is, and I tell people this all the time, you can beat teams, I can beat one team and then I'm not gonna see you again for 2 months. Try beating a team that you're gonna play
And the best
in a
of seven.
7-game series in a matter of 16 days. Try that. Because they are going to expose your weakness
And
night after night after night.
they got one player who shows up all the time,
Yeah.
and nobody else has shown they can do it. Like Duran, he couldn't do it. Nobody else could do it. We know Cade. That's a lot of pressure on Cade Cunningham, but he's a dog.
Yeah.
They need another second fiddle. That I think Duran's more like a third guy. I you need an outside scorer. If it's a two guard or a small forward, they need somebody who can create their own shot and fill it up to be the second scorer, and Duran be the third.
Duran is your Horace Grant.
Yeah.
They need a Scottie Pippen.
But they use them as a they do.
They need a Scottie Pippen.
This kid's young and active, but you can't run plays for him.
Jordan.
You can't depend on him.
They need their Scottie Pippen. That's what they need.
That's weird coming talking about a Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah, well, but it's the
it's the truth.
It's the best comparison I could make.
Yeah.
He's not the number 2. He's the number 3.
And
he's the guy that needs to do the rebound.
So who's going to be the number 2?
And when you need some inside points, I'll give you some.
Yep.
But you don't put me in as the number 2.
He's got to play defense and clean up the
boards.
But you don't run plays for him.
He gets the second chance points.
Yeah. You need somebody that's going to relieve not only the scoring, some of the ball handling duties as well. And he can't fill none of those roles. So they need to go out and they need to make things happen. Listen, if it takes giving up maybe one of your young guys and a future draft pick, do it. Because I still firmly believe that guy will be the MVP within the next 2 years.
Yeah.
He will be the MVP within the next 2 years. I still think he's going to be the first American in over probably 10 years to be the first American MVP. I still believe it. It's going to happen. I think he has a good case for it, barring no injuries.
Oh, Steph, the last American MVP?
Yep.
It's going to be hard because you got Wemby this year and SGA. And I was like, man, that's going to be hard to crack that.
Well,
no, maybe the other
Joker's still always around.
Maybe Anthony Edwards. That's only.
But listen, you got to remember, right? It's they had the best record, right? The regular season accolades for him will be easier than the postseason accolades.
Yeah.
The regular season,
because he's going to need help with the postseason.
Yes, you're gonna listen. Once you play a team, like I said, 7 times in a matter of 16 or 17 days. That's a gauntlet. And let's face it, did he finish? He was a top 5 guy, right?
Who?
Cunningham. He was.
Well, he missed like 15 out of the last 18 games, and then he played.
He made the cut.
Yeah, he made the cut for the games played.
He was
definitely.
Well, I think his momentum went down because he missed all those games toward the end.
But I'm saying,
he was
him,
as far as
SGA,
the way
Wemby.
his trajectory is. Listen, every year you creep because all those guys, SGA. I mean, it's like okay, I finished 3rd. I finished 4th. I finished 3rd. Then I won it. You know what I'm saying? They all did that.
Giannis.
And I think this is his, okay, all right, I did it. All right, let's see if I can move up 1. And I think within the next 2 years, he'll have it. He'll get it because his game is perfect. They just need to find that Scottie Pippen, though.
Yeah.
They need to find that Scottie Pippen. I don't know who it is, but they need to find him. And then you'll have, you'll have some, you got to fill in the gaps with your bench and role players or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we're over time. Anything before we leave? You want to plug the event that's going down at the Vault?
Sound Legacy, a tribute to Count and Pina. It's going down Sunday, August 9th. Tickets are online at WMB1.com. You can contact Jamie Lynn Soares directly or myself directly. This was a good week for ticket sales. There's a lot of love for Count and Pina. We got Angela Middleton performing. Contact me, contact Jamie Lynn Soares, or go online at WMB1.com. Before you know it, there'll be no more table seats. And you've seen what's happened at our last few events.
Yes.
The table seats are going to run out. We're not just selling Wolf tickets.
SRO.
So don't get mad at us when you come to the door and there's no more table seats and you still got 3 weeks to buy them now.
Standing room only.
Yep. And we're getting too old to be standing all night.
Yeah, I know.
And we got some surprise guests that we're not going to say much on right now, but it might be a little more than just Miss Angela Middleton performing. And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. And also next Sunday.
There might be some guy we know DJing too.
Next Sunday, Darty Party, Volume 4.
Ooh,
Volume
last
3
week's was
a
crazy.
smash. So y'all got to get on board if you haven't been. I'm gonna drop some pictures and all that good stuff soon with the flyer to follow. But yeah, man, if you haven't been, come through. We got some special things going on that we're gonna do. It'll all be announced with the flyers.
You know what was crazy about last week? It was crowded inside. I went outside to go get some air, and it was almost as many people outside that there was inside. People putting chairs outside. People were standing around, and it was all great company and a great vibe. And
the best part, it's a relaxing vibe, man. Like it's a place you can go chill, listen to great music.
yeah,
The drinks are cold,
and very likable people that were attending that you wanted to be around. There was a lot of positive energy, good vibes. It was just a good time, you know. And the thing I like, you can start early and end early, and still get up in time for work the next day because you're home at 8. Well, we didn't leave at 8 o'clock last week.
No.
It was like 9:30. People were still there. We were like, damn, I got to work in the morning, but you just couldn't make yourself leave.
I pulled out my shirt. That shit was hilarious. You should have seen his face when he seen it.
Oh, you'll see it. You'll see it in the pictures.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
So yeah, those are some of the upcoming things that WMB1 radio will be involved. But
and we're always working on other stuff behind the scenes, so don't be surprised when you hear some other things pop
on
off.
the lookout, because we try to keep the city connected. You know how we do. But yeah, that's what we got coming. So with that being said, we're gonna sign off, and we'll see you all next week right here on Straight to the Point Sports. All right,
Yes, sir. Peace.
We're out.